But the piece itself was actually inspired, like, you know, when Grenfell, unfortunately, you know, when the tower, all that stuff happened. And I went down to Ackland Village. Ackland Village is a place where a lot of the community were getting together, and they were trying to get resources together and form some kind of semblance of organisation. And one of the things that struck out to me most was I was speaking to a girl there, and she said to me that all this chaos is happening on this side of where we are, of West London. She said just across the road, the market, which happens every week, happened as though nothing had gone on. A woman actually came up to her and said, oh, where is this tower? Is it around here somewhere? And it's literally just down the road. And I thought, that man are making bare noise, boy. Something very important better be happening. And I thought to myself, wow, like, you know, we all live in the same city, but there's two different dynamics to it. And that's what inspired this piece, because I feel like sometimes there's voices in the city that are muted, and there's sounds that we're not listening for. So this is called The Sound of Two Cities. I realize there's a big difference between listening and hearing. So listen while I tell you a tale of two cities on some Charles Dickens shit. At the same time on some Cold World J. Cole shit. Sometimes growing up in London felt like cities clashing with one another on some Premier League table shit. At the same time on some George Orwell 1984 shit. Because there's parts of the city that you see on the tube but not on the news. The parts where mother's grind was the core reason that our shoes were more decent. Even when London rent prices had her wondering how she'd afford another night in these overpriced single rooms, like an unwanted guest at the Four Seasons. She still hustled through all 4 seasons, from winter to May, but they still only want to promote one view of London on their boards of tourism, because they want us to look, but not see. They want us to hear, but not listen. Because depending on which part of London you grew up in, this sound meant 2 different things. To some of us, it meant, I'm gonna get ice cream. To others, it meant realizing that we were gonna have to trade a 99p flake for a 99p as the brand box of chalk ice. So, you know, the chalk ice was peak. So we could share it with our brothers and sisters, followed by the phrase, there's ice cream at home. What about when the oyster made this sound? Was your immediate reaction that there's something wrong with the transaction, or were you fully aware that you had no money in your account? So now you have to try and finesse the conductor into believing that it was a machine malfunction, that you was a student, or that you put on your best French accent and pretend you didn't know they didn't accept money on the bus in this part of South London. This sound to us didn't mean a variety of meal. It meant calculating how you were gonna divide the chicken wings between your siblings, because you know mum was working her other job that night. What about when this? What about when these sounds rung from homes and pierced your comfort zones, echoing off signs in butcher shops that said halal meat and young girls dressed as ninjas? Young girls dressed as ninjas. Was it a sign of potential Islamic terrorism, or were you fully aware of the distinction and acknowledge that what I just played is just some random Bollywood rhythm and no way associated with any Muslim religion? Listen to the rest of it. Kind of wavy still, isn't it? Where I'm from, that sound didn't mean where is mum, it meant I am mum. This meant, what are they gonna blame us for this time?
A teenager has died in North London after being stabbed repeatedly.
This was more than a sign of community organized gang crime. It was a story that read deeper than the headline, like, oh shit, someone I know may have just died, or is this just another product of living that life? To us, this sound was never safety, it was never security.
Brenda's got a baby. but Brenda's barely got a brain.
And this,
shame, the girl can hardly spell her name.
To some was music, but to us it was reality. And this was our gospel. And this was prophecy. Rap boys up in this bitch. You don't know this one, innit? Don't act like you don't know the lyrics. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Really? One day we're gonna be black men, or one day we might have black boys, and we gotta teach them to be black men. My real ones out there, shout out to my real ones. Shout out to the real ones. So next time you walk through the city, I challenge you to look, not just see, to listen, not just hear. Because like I said, I was down in Grenfell, and while one half of the city was in flames, the other was trying not to get sunburnt, lotioning their body with bottles of ignorance, squeezing out each and every bottle. And that may sound fucked, but that's how it is in A Tale of Two Cities. Because to some, days that sound like joy, to others may sound like this. Thank you.